This is one of those openings you play depending on your skill level, if you trust your endgame skills. Let's go! This is the boarding KaspaChess Gambit, also known as the reversed Starfoot. Let me just try to keep this, still entertaining. Early knight attack. So the main move here is to go knight h4, but I don't want. Yeah, knight h4 is the main move in this position, then followed by queen h5 and all that. But I love to castle short. Next, I might consider sacrificing my knight, then go queen h5. Yeah, even here I can do that, I guess. Nope. Let's try this. I have queen h5 next, and knight takes, queen takes, also queen d5. So many things I can do to my opponent's teeth. Also knight f7. The bishop c5 was clearly a bad move. So let's go check. If g6, I have this. Even if, yep, so my opponent just resigned, because even if they played king f8, I was still going to give a check and checkmate. That was so cold-blooded, you guys. Once again, this is known as the boarding KaspaChess Gambit, also known as the Starfoot, reversed Starfoot. So it's simply cast a short and wait for black to blunder. Okay, we go with the small center defense. Ooh, bishop c4, it won't work. Knight f6, attacking the pawn on e4. Again, you know the idea. Bishop e7 and castle short. So now we can start playing chess. From here, start thinking of opening up the position and all that. One way to force things here is to go s6. s6 will allow me capture the pawn on e4. Okay, my opponent was clever enough to do that. So you can do whatever you want. You can initiate any plan as long as you just get out of the opening stage safely. It is moments like this when you want to open up the position. This is the pawn structure you want to remain with. Can I go knight d5, knight takes, bishop takes? I don't want to remain with an isolated pawn. No, this won't be an isolated pawn. So knight d5, then I can remove bishop takes in advance and pawn takes. Then I'll dominate on this side of the board. So you can see how the position has opened up. Next, pawn to d4, depending on the position. Let's go. Okay, at this point, I'm tempted to go queen d7, yep, just to create this battery. Perhaps putting my queen here. Or that can wait. Can I create a passed pawn? There's this. But maybe knight c6 first. If knight g5 comes, I'll just take. h6 for now. Maybe I should have played this move. Let's go for it. Again, let's create this battery. The rook, the air rook needs to be involved. And that. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Don't just be super passive for good. There's also room to be aggressive. You can see how I'm dominating on that side of the board. If I want, I can play this move now. This is just a blunder. My opponent didn't see the bishop. Yep. So they just blundered. Now I'm attacking this. For one, I can start pushing now. Yep, this is a sneaky move in that it attacks the queen. Yep, I thought so. My opponent just resigned. So again, this is one of those openings you play depending on your skill level, if you trust your endgame skills. Anywho, let's try to see what other thing the small center defense can do. A simultaneous exhibition against 3 random chess players all at once, at the same time. Let's go! Right, so let me challenge my first opponent. So here, let me start with knight f3. Hoping to, yeah, d5 and then pawn to e4. So the tennis on gambit time and then knight g5. Let me go to the other side. Yeah, board 2, knight f3 again, hoping to see d5. I want to play e4 next, just like I did here. So again, game number 3. It'll be very difficult for me to do live commentary, you guys, because I need to concentrate somehow. So let's see what my opponents are going to do. So there is board 1, and then board 2, then board 3. These are all 10 minutes blitz games or rapid matches. 10 minutes rapid matches. Oh. Okay, so I'm now focusing on board 1. Wait a second. On board 3, my opponent just played pawn to d4. This is the Ali Hines defense on board 3, by the way. d6. If pawn to f4, I just take on e5. Yep, that's the idea. So I'll take on e5 and then play knight c6. Then bishop f4. Sorry, bishop g4. So knight c3 on board 1. Yeah, I expected to see bishop f4. So bishop c4, now targeting the f7 square. I expect to see pawn to e6 on board 1. Yep. After which now I can go pawn to f3. If pawn takes, I'll take back with my queen. Now on board 3. Yep. So on board 3, I'm playing the Ali Hines defense, you guys. Oh. White just took on board 1, by the way. There's a little trap here. I'm now focusing on board 1. Yeah, knight c3, I have knight takes f7, but black should play knight d4. So knight takes f7 sacrifice, attacking black's queen and the rook. If king takes, I have queen takes bishop on f5. But, you know, there's one annoying move that black should play here. Knight d4 ruins everything for me. So I should be very careful though. This is a sacrificial game that I'm playing on board 1. If black finds knight d4, I'm dead. So this is, you know, one disadvantage of playing gambits against strong players. So far so good on board 2. My favorite game so far is the one that features the Ali Hines defense. As you can see, my opponent just played pawn to, what's that? Pawn to d5, attacking my knight. So bishop takes. I'm intending to take the e5 pawn. White can't take my light squad bishop because I'll just, yep, just wanted to take back. So knight takes, now attacking the bishop and also the pawn on c4. That is on board 3. So far so good, you guys. I like what I see. And what's happening on board 2? Okay, so we had the Scotch Gambit on board 2. I'm a little bit slow. My opponent has found knight d4 on board 1. I'm dead, you guys. Okay. And then, so the move here, on board 1, I should just take the queen on d8 and do some trades. Yep, so knight takes d8. And then I'm sure black is going to take my queen on f3. And then on board 2, my opponent played c takes b2, attacking my rook on a1. This is bad, you guys. Why did I do this? So I'm now focusing on board 2. This is kind of the Danish but in the Scotch Gambit version. Why did I do this to myself, you guys? And then on board 1 is very simple. I mean, it's well simplified now. I should just be very careful though. I'm playing against a 2100 rated player who seem to know something about chess. And then on board 3, I just took on f3 check. Knight takes f3 check. I expect to see... Oh, no. White has no time to go queen a4 check, so they can't win my knight. So I'm able to see all these things. Yeah, so they just took on f3, queen takes f3. And now I have knight e5 on board 3. Let me just play f6. Though that will cause some weaknesses all over the board. But, I mean, there's nothing much that I can do. White is targeting my f7 pawn on the third board. So f6 on board 3. Back to board 2. Yeah, on board 2 my opponent just played knight ge7. Knight ge7 is a questionable move because now I can go either bishop takes f7 sacrifice or just knight g5 intending to take on f7, and later on I'm going to play queen h5 targeting the h7 pawn, and probably I'm going to mate my opponent like that. I have played this before, so anyway, let me focus somewhere else. Okay, on board 3 my opponent played bishop f4. Sorry, is that bishop f4? Yes, the dark squared bishop is now on f4, so I should do something. I have no time to play knight e5 now. So what can I do? Maybe... Okay, this is a tricky move, you guys. I'm looking at knight b5 by white. So I'm focusing on board 3. This is now board 3. So I'm thinking of playing a6, if that will work. Or probably just play knight d6. Or rook b8. I played rook b8, by the way, for some reason, while I was talking. On board 1, I just played bishop g5. So I just want to oversimplify the game on board 1. Bishop g5 pinning the knight to the rook. I'll take that knight if given a chance. And then the game on board 2 is going oh well. Okay, h6 on board 1. I just have to take the knight. And then on board 2, I think my opponent just messed up his game. So on board 2 I'm playing against a 1974 rated opponent. And then on board 3 I just played h5, planning to go g5 next, g5. I don't have hope, you guys. I've lost all hope. I don't even know what to do. So queen h5 on board 2, queen h5, I just want to take on h7. That will be checkmate. If pawn to h6, I see something like bishop takes f7 check, and then I don't know. On board 3, my opponent just played queen d3, and I castled long on board 1. So I'm slow with my commentary, you guys. Please understand that I'm doing this for the first time, so there's a lot of things going on. Rook g8 by black. And then English is like my fourth language. Things are not looking good. Oh! So knight e4 on board 1. And my opponent played pawn to h6 on board 2. Wow! The hardest game is on board 3. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do on board 3. Yeah, so my opponent just took on d6. I need to take back with my c pawn. Yep, I think. Oh, the game on board 2 is over, you guys. Checkmate. Okay, so now I'm remaining with 2 games. So I just won my first game on board 2. So now I'm remaining with board 1 and board 3. The hardest game is on board 3. I played the Alliance defense and things didn't turn out to be well. What is happening on board 1? Let me just play pawn to c3. My opponent played bishop d5, d4, bishop d4. So there we see bishop e5. Can I just go pawn to d4, attacking that light square, the dark square bishop? Yeah, I think rook g1 first. So I played rook d g1. I'm just trying to oversimplify the game because what else do I know? What else do I know? And the dogs are barking outside. Why are dogs like this? Why? I have never seen a dog with a beard in my life. Anyway, just having fun here. So on board 1, I just want to oversimplify everything, trading almost all the pieces, just trading everything, and take the light square bishop. I'm running low on time on board 2. What is happening on board? I mean on board 3. What is happening on board 3? I don't know. I have no idea. Let me just play king. Yeah, king f7. I intend to hide my king on h7 someday, given a chance. Previously I played h5 and rook h6. Okay, there we see check. I think let me just go back. So bishop takes h2 on the other side. This is hard, you guys. So I'm oversimplifying the game on board 1. Once again, if you find these things to be confusing, feel free to analyze the games, the PGNs, in the comment sections. So you'll find all the 3 PGNs in the comment section down below. And hey, be sure to share this video, subscribe and like. By the way, whatever I'm playing in these games are some things that I have covered before, so nothing strange here. What I do on my channel is I make tutorial videos first and then try the opening ideas that I present in my following videos. So if you are new on this channel, I only play my own openings, my own creations, or the openings that I cover in my tutorial videos. So that's why you have all the reasons to subscribe to this channel, because you are going to learn something new, probably something that you don't see anywhere else on the internet. So king f7 on board number 3. I don't know why we are repeating moves. I don't mind getting a draw because this is just too much of a burden for me. So let's see what my opponent is going to do. By the way, I played the Alliance defense on board 3, and then on board 1, what did I play? I've forgotten. Oh, the Tennyson Gambit, which didn't go well. My opponent played knight d4. And now we are in the end game, by the way. I have 5 pawns against 5. So far so good. I'm having white pieces. Don't be confused. Board 2 ended a long time ago. So board 2 featured the Scotch Gambit, which my opponent didn't play well, and I ended up checkmating them. I felt good. Yeah, so on board 1, I just want to oversimplify the game, trade off all the pawns. I only see a draw there, unless I make a mistake due to time pressure, but I only see a draw, if anything. Yep, so this is technically a draw on board 1. So let me focus my energy on the last board. So board 3, damn, I'm running low on time. So let me play king g8, I think. Can I? No, h4. h4 first, then king g8 next. Why did I do this? Am I playing against bearded man? Oh. Who am I playing against? King back to e8 on board 3. Okay, so let me just oversimplify the game on board 3. So rook c8 check, so rook takes, after queen takes, I'm gonna, yeah, and then queen d8, queen takes, king takes. No, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I just lost my rook, but anyways, I'm taking back with my pawn. So I'm down an exchange on board 3. I knew it. I knew I was going to mess up on board 3 because that was just too much pressure. I was playing a very passive game. I regret playing the Ali Hines defense in a simultaneous exhibition. So next time I'm going to play something very simple like the Italian or the Evans, not an offbeat opening which requires, you know, many tactics. Again, the game is still on board 1. Anyway, I'm losing on board 3, you guys, under 2 seconds, under 3 seconds. So I'm losing. Okay. I don't know. 1 second, I can't manage to rescue myself. Just pre-moving. Okay, I lost game 3. I lost game 3. Now let me focus on game 1. So far so good. I won the second game, lost the third game, and I'm still playing the first game. All I see on game 1 is a draw. Although my opponent has some slight advantage, I lost a pawn, but I don't think my 2100 rated opponent will be able to convert this based on the moves that he is making, by the way. Yeah, like king c5 just allows me to go. What can I do here? Let me play bishop g7, sorry, bishop b7, so that if king takes c4, yep, now I have bishop takes c6, also protecting my a4 pawn. So now I can start moving my king. All I see is a draw here. Yeah, let me just start moving my king. What else do I know? Under 11 seconds. So 8 seconds against 1. Yeah, this is a draw, you guys. What can black do? Yeah, we have opposite colored bishops, and I have a fortress there. I think this is just a pure draw. I just managed to draw my opponent here. Yeah. It may take a long time for my opponent to... Yeah, so I just drew on board 1. This is great. I feel bad and good at the same time. I shouldn't have lost game 3. But anyways, it is what it is. I only have 2 eyes, and I was playing 3 random chess players. Now check this out, you guys. If you want to learn more about these kinds of tricks or similar opening ideas like the ones I just shared, you can watch this video that has popped up on the top left. Another video that I highly recommend you check out to skyrocket your rating is this one that has popped up on the top right. But if you love Gambit videos, you can check out the video that has popped up on the bottom left. And if you are a lover of chess traps like myself, feel free to click on the video that has popped up on the bottom right.